To find the GCF of 18, 8, and 24, we're just going to look at all the factors. So I've prime factorized 8, 18, and 24. And I'm going to look to see which factors are common to all three terms, all three numbers. So in this case, 2 is common between 2 and 24, but it's not common, the 3 is common between 18 and 24, but it's not common to the 8. The only thing that's common to all three is going to be this 1, 2. So the greatest common factor then for this is going to be 2. For the lowest common multiple, what we want to do is we want to take one of each factor. So there's 1, 2. There's a common 2 here, so we only take one of those. There's a common 2, which is our greatest common factor, so we only take one of those. There's a common 3 here, so we only take one of those. And there's 1, 3 here. It's not common to the other numbers, but we still need to take one of those. And multiplying these all together gives us the lowest common multiple. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, that's going to give us 72. So the lowest common multiple is equal to 72. Okay, so for A, between 8, 18, and 24, if we skip count from 8, 18, and 24, the first multiple that is common to all three would be 72. We can do the same thing with B. We're going to prime factorize. So we end up with 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. For 36, we end up with 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So it's going to be 4 times 9. Okay, so that's our prime factorization of 36. For 72, we're going to have 8, so 2 times 2 times 2 times 9, which is 3 times 3. So again, looking at the greatest common factor, we have to find all the factors that are common to all three terms. So there's going to be a 2 here. All three share this 2. So there's going to be a 2 here that's common, and they all share 1, 3. So our greatest common factor is going to be 2 times 2 times 3. So GCF works out to be 12. So the biggest divisor that divides into all three numbers is going to be 24. And these numbers we can probably see, many of us can probably see that the biggest number that divides into all three is going to be 12. For the lowest common multiple, we really don't want to skip count this, so we're just going to take one of these factors. Okay, so although it's not common to all three, we're going to take one of the 2's here. We're not going to take both of them, we're just going to use one. We've got 3 common 2's here, we're only going to take one. 3 common 2's here, so we're only going to take one. 3 common 3's, so we only take one here. And lastly, there are 2 common 3's, so we only take one. And if we want to find the lowest common multiple, we multiply all that together, and we end up with 72. So if we skip count 24 and 36, we're going to end up skip counting to 72, so that becomes our first common multiple.